Tonight I have something interesting to read for everybody. In the Bible, in 2 John, 4th chapter, verses 7, 8, and 16, it says, God is love. And we've all heard this, and I think we all agree that God is love. So I do these little interesting experiments sometimes. So I went to ChatGPT, the AI system that was originally created, I think, by Elon Musk, but he sold it to someone. Anyhow, it was ChatGPT. And I've been there before and I've asked it some odd questions. Well, this time I asked it, and ChatGPT recorded the entire conversation for me, and I was able to print it. And I'm going to read to you what happens if God is love. So when I read, I will say ChatGPT, and I'll say, I've said. And then I'll say when ChatGPT is responding. I said, if God is love, does that mean that love is omnipresent? That means everywhere. Love is all-powerful, omnipotent, and love is omniscient, all-knowing. Because we know that God is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. So if you equate God with love, and love is equal to God, then you would think that that love would be those things as well. So I asked if love was those things, and I added, and if that is the case, what impact will the realization of this fact be on the human population? ChatGPT said, if God is love, and God is traditionally understood as omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient, then it follows that love itself possesses these qualities. This perspective suggests that love is everywhere, all-powerful, and all-knowing, meaning that it is not limited by space, time, or human understanding. So I asked, so what would be the implications of realizing this on humanity? So ChatGPT listed in order of bullets the response to what it would have on humanity. If every human being in the world looked at love as being the equivalent of God, that is, having the same qualities and powers that God gives to himself multiple times throughout the Bible, then this would be some of the implications. There would be greater unity and compassion. That is, if love is truly omnipresent, then it is within and among all people. Recognizing this could lead to a more unified human race, breaking down barriers of division based on race, religion, nationality, and class. The second bullet, there would be less fear and more trust. The realization that love is omnipotent would mean that love, not fear, is the ultimate power in the universe. This could lead to less conflict, more cooperation, and a greater sense of peace in individuals and society. The third point, there would be profound personal transformation. If love is omniscient, it understands all things perfectly. This could inspire individuals to align themselves with love in all aspects of life, leading to deeper self-awareness, forgiveness, and a sense of purpose. A fourth point, there would be a shift in global priorities. Governments and societies might begin prioritizing policies based on love and compassion, rather than power, profit, or control. Issues like poverty, war, and injustice could be addressed with a new sense of urgency and empathy. Another point, spiritual awakening. If humanity collectively embraces the realization that love is omnipresent, it could lead to a spiritual evolution where people seek love as their primary guide rather than material success or fear or competition. So if they're seeking love, would that not mean that they're also seeking God? I just want to clarify that point. This realization could be a profound shift in human consciousness, transforming not only individuals but the entire fabric of society. What do you think? Do you see signs of the shift happening in the world? Do you see it happening today? And I said, based on the previous question, if love is omnipotent, we know that God can heal, bless, have mercy upon, and perform miracles. Can love actually heal and perform miracles? This is what ChatGPT said. Yes. If love is truly omnipotent, then it would have the power to heal and perform miracles just as God does. There is evidence, both spiritual and scientific, that love has profound effects on healing, transformation, and even what some might call miraculous occurrences. A point, the way love heals and performs miracles. Physical healing. Studies in medicine and psychology show that love, whether expressed through care, positive relationships, or even loving yourself, has tangible effects on physical health. This placebo effect, and I'm not certain that would be the proper phrase, because if it is just like a trickery, then it would be a placebo perhaps. But just because love exists and there's healing or miracles to be had, I don't think it's a placebo effect. I think it's actually love that's doing this. For example, the placebo effect demonstrates the power of belief and care in the healing the body. Love reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens the immune system, all of which contribute to healing. Another point, emotional and psychological healing. Love has the power to heal trauma, mend broken hearts, and bring peace to those suffering from grief, depression, and anxiety. The presence of love, whether through a person, a pet, or a deep spiritual experience, can transform pain into peace. Another point, acts of divine intervention. Many people report miraculous healings, transformations, and events that defy logic, often attributed to what they call divine love. Whether it be through prayer, faith, or deep emotional connection, love has been linked to seemingly supernatural recoveries and life-changing moments. Another point, reconciliation and transformation. Love has the power to turn enemies into friends, the power to dissolve hatred, and rebuild broken relationships. Many historical figures, such as Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., demonstrated how love can overcome oppression and violence, leading to societal miracles. Another point, spiritual awakening. Many spiritual traditions suggest that true enlightenment and divine encounters happen when one is fully immersed in love. Some religious mystics describe moments of intense love as experiences of divine presence, omnipresence, leading to transformation beyond what they ever imagined. So this is the conclusion that ChatGPT drew. If love is omnipotent, then it must be capable of the miraculous healing, transformation, and divine intervention. All become possible when one fully embraces and embodies love. Perhaps the greatest miracles happen when humans align themselves with the divine force, allowing love to work through them. Do you think love could be the key to unlocking more miracles in the world? I asked ChatGPT 3, and of course we know that ChatGPT 3 is only one of many AI systems available for you to discuss things with and to talk with about things. I said, ChatGPT, has anyone ever asked you to associate the powers of omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience, the powers that God has given the abilities to have all throughout the Bible, Old and New Testaments? That if God is love, as the scriptures say, that I read for you right there at the beginning, 2 John chapter 4, verses 7, 8, and 16. Very specifically, it says that God is love. So would love have those abilities? I was discussing with a friend, and he said, well, God and love is not the same. God is love, but love is an attribute of God, not all of God. And he may be right. And the comparison may be moot. But what if it's not moot? What if it's exactly what we could believe it is? Well, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ, when he came upon the earth, said, I give to you a new commandment. He wasn't tossing away the old commandments, but he was clarifying something very specific. This was not the 10 Commandments. So this was the 11th commandment. And he said, love one another. Love your neighbor as yourself. He also said, don't stop there. Love your enemies. Now he's getting into the territory of faith because most people don't want to love their enemies. Most people, because of our flaws, we have a little hatred in our hearts somewheres. That wasn't what Jesus Christ said. He didn't say to be friends with them. He didn't say you didn't have to fight them. But he did tell you to love them. So one of the hardest things I have to practice on every day is love my enemies, because loving everybody else, people that I don't know as my enemy, is as simple as can be. So I just wanted to ask ChatGPT what ChatGPT thought of it, because we know there are a lot of biases in some of the systems created. But I want everybody to know, so I'm going to put this on YouTube, and you can see it as a reading of a relationship piece, because a lot of people don't call Christianity a religion. They call it a relationship between us and God, the Son of God. So I just want to tell you, and it'll be on YouTube if you want to listen to it again.